Doing again to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
Here's Warwick. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Oh, it's stolen. They're running. Back to Wembanyama. Just 3 to shoot. Fade away. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
From deep three-point land. The offensive rebound. Right outside. Second chance effort. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Back to Beasley. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Pass to Coulibaly. Wembanyama screen. The three. Here's the pick. Here's Warwick. And he cranks it down right on top of DeAndre Ayton.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Shot is good by Brewer.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Pass to Beasley. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Warwick. And he throws it down with one hand.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Now here's Ayton. Here's the three. And Brewer pulls it down.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama. 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled. What a dunk from Ayton. This is how dominant he can be down low.
Right outside. Knocked loose. Here's Wembanyama. Pass to right. Back to Wembanyama. Takes the three. Sinks the tray.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
They set the pick. Beasley for three. And Brewer pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now Wembanyama. Here's Warwick. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Warwick's got 8.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Pass to Abdul-Rahim. There's 47 seconds left in the first. Fires for three. Fires in the triple. 11 points in the game.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Beasley outside. Pass to Abdur-Rahim. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Beasley. Over right. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so the mid-range is usually available.
Right outside. From deep, Wembanyama. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Up by 5. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
He takes it in. Right outside. Beyond the arc. Pure from three-point range.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Right attacking. And he goes in for the dunk.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Team foul.
Right on the left side. Outside for Wembanyama. There's a screen. Kept alive. From behind the arc. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the three.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And here's Wright from the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Beasley for three. Counted from distance. Beasley's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, if you let him shoot freely, you're going to give up a lot of trays.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. It's rebounded by Banchero.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Banchero finishes with force inside.
Hey, this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Right with the ball. Now Wright defending. Pass to Kamari. Here's Warwick. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Here he goes. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. And Wemby drives in for 2.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Brewer. Lets it fly. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Brewer's got 5.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
From deep, Wembanyama gets the 3 ball to go.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Right outside. Pass to Banchero. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Right outside. The rebound by Beasley. And here's Albuquerque now. 6-point game. Right attacking. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the quarter.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Brewer drains the triple.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
There's the double with Wright. Albuquerque calls timeout.
Good idea to call timeout. It looked like the guys were getting some heavy legs out there.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Ellison. Right wing. Open shot, Beccaro. Can't nail the jumper. Fast break, here we go. Here's Bobo. Oh, misses the dunk. Now here's Beccaro. Jacks up a three. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. I'll say this, Beccaro is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And that one's good. Chalmers.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. Trailing by 8. Oh, swiped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beccaro. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Ellison. Oh, he tries a three. He can't get that one to fall. Outside Reddish. Beccaro outside. There's a screen. Oh, Beccaro throws it down.
Yeah, there's not much Beccaro can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
And if you're just joining us, we played just over a minute here in the third. Clock at 6. Pass to Ellison. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Reddish. Outside Coulibaly. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Mobo. Pass to Chalmers. A deep three. No good.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Here's Coulibaly. And the three off target.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Black. Let's go with a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Black's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Got a piece of it.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots.
Pass to Chalmers. Three-pointer. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Here's Ellison. Here's Reddish. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep. 1:57 left in the third. Here's Brewer. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Black. Down low. Bobo with a rebound.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Drills it from deep. On offense, here's Albuquerque. It's a 5-point game. To the paint. Back to Banchero. There's a screen. Pass to Black. Outside Koulibaly. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep. And 1:01 left to play in the third. With the drive.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Releases. And he drops that one in. Reddish has got 5 now. Here's Chalmers. 5 points in the game. Pass to Reddish. Here's Mobo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set a pick. Shot is good by Brewer. He's got 9. And here's Albuquerque now. Trailing by 5. The kick out to Banchero. Launches a 3. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Chalmers. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. They lead by... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And here's Wright. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Warwick. There's the 3. Offensive board. Right. Outside for Wembanyama. And stolen by Beasley. Here's Ayton. Good D by Wembanyama. Here's Warwick. And he jams it home with authority.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Albuquerque calls timeout. Albuquerque making a switch here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Albuquerque's head coach said to the team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three. Point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game. Beasley for three. Inside. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Clearly paying attention out there. Ayton rolls off smoothly into a nice scoring position.
Right outside. Going inside. Here's Warwick. Nails it from three.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Beasley outside. Ben Carroll the screen. 6 to shoot. Oh, Ben Carroll throws it down.
Yeah, with this bigger build, Ben Carroll sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
And so the ball out of bounds. Beasley touched it last. The home team on D. 6-point game. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. From downtown. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Here's the break. Fires the three. Brewer can't hit. Here's Kamari. And stolen by Beasley. And they're pushing it up. Back to Wright. Pass to Ben Carroll. Now here's Wright. It's Beasley on the wing. 4 on the clock. Back to Wright. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Beasley for three. Knocks down the long J.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Outside Wembanyama. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, VA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Right up top. Pass to Kamari. Outside for Wembanyama. Gets the three to fall. Wembanyama's got 20.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
To the middle. It's picked off. And they're on the run. Here's Kamari. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That couldn't have gone better for them. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off with style.
Now here's Beasley. Here's Ben Carroll. Count it!
And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Ben Carroll.
Pass to Wembanyama. Right outside. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Kamari. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Beasley for three. It's right on the wing. Launches it. Laces one from three. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor.
The visitors with the ball.
Number 22.
Here's Wembanyama. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Just a gutsy. 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. Here we go. And here's Albuquerque now. Albuquerque calls timeout. The home team on D. Beasley for three. Hits the three-pointer.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Wright. Outside for Wembanyama. Oh, he lost the grip and he missed the dunk. Here's Brewer. Pass to Beasley. From deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Brewer. Out to Beasley. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! He just levitated in the air, double pump, and then slammed it home.
How about the D right there? They just got out of the way. They let him choose what kind of move he wanted to make. Here's Brewer. No good with the triple. Inside. Here's Wright. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Now here's Coulibaly. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Beasley outside. Pass to Brewer. Takes the three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
3 points.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Corey Brewer. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Wright, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And here they come. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Shoots from the right block. 5 to shoot. Here's Brewer. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Ooh, Beasley has an open look. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Left side, Wembanyama. Oh, sweet move. And Wembanyama throws it down hard.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Beasley for three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync. He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Hayden with a screen. The teardrop. And it's right missing.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Beasley for three. They get it again. To stop the run. Aiden. Shot is good by Brewer. Brewer's got 6.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Pass to Warwick. The 3-ball. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And there's the rejection. Here's Brewer. 7 points in the game. Pass to Wright. Here's Warwick. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
Coming onto the floor for your home team.
Outside Koulibaly. Shot clock at 5. On the take. Here's the second effort. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Kamari. Lets it go from deep. Until they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Koulibaly. Fires the 3. And Aiden pulls it down. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Banchero. Banchero from close range.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. There's the triple. Pass to Wright. It's tipped. Wright with a steal. Right wing. Here's Kamari. And the three-pointer goes. Kamari's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that. Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Here's Brewer. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Brewer's got 8. And again here in the second quarter of action. Just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Wembanyama driving to the basket, and he banks in the layup. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
The three is up. Wemby showing off the range.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Beasley for three. That shot missing. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Kamari, no good. Here's Brewer. Give him 8 points now. Beasley outside. Hayden with a screen. Takes a three. Beasley misses.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
.124 left in the half. Outside for Wembanyama. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Wright with the ball. Now Wright defending. Pass to Aiden. Back to Wright. Banchero outside. The three. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Here's Kamari. And that goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
They'll keep possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Warren. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he sinks the second. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Banchero the screen. Beasley for three. He buries it from three. Beasley's got 10.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Warwick. Clock at 6. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Aiden is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Chalmers. One second left. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Pass to Reddish. Lets it fly. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
It's blocked. And he recovers it. And that one is hammered home.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. And that one's good. Chalmers.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Mobo. Second chance shot. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Brewer. From outside, off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's Reddish. Reddish covering. Beyond the arc. Reddish misses. Here's Brewer. He has 7. There's the 3. Buries it from 3. Brewers got 10 points in the game.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Here's Reddish. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Ellison. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Both teams will make substitutions. Just over 2.5 minutes going by in the second half. Here's Chalmers. Off target with the 3. Banchero outside. Here's Ellison. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Albuquerque calls timeout. Outside Koulibaly. From outside the arc. The kick out to Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Pass to Black. Here's Ellison. Sinks the 15-footer. Ellison's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Pass to Ellison. Another shot. Kamari, that's good. Kamari's got 5 points.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Banchero. Second shot opportunity. Here's Ellison. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And here's Albuquerque now. Pure from 3-point range. 5 points in the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Kamari. Lays it up and banks it in.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Banchero surveys. This one for 3. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep. Here's Chalmers. No good on the buzzer beater. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. They're up by 6. And time. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's Albuquerque now. They trail by 6. Pass to Aiden. Second chance effort. Here's Abdul Rahim. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Beasley.
Number 22, Corey Brewer.
Shot clock at 6. From downtown. And Brewer pulls it down. In transition, here they come. Pass to Warren. It's stolen by Wright. Here's Brewer. Aiden with a screen. 4-3. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. And here's Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
Beasley for 3. Wright with the board. He can't hit that time. And here's Albuquerque now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Abdul Rahim's shot is good.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now Coulibaly. 6 to shoot. Pass to Wembanyama. The 3. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Up top, Beasley. Right outside. Shoots. Pass to Abdul Rahim. Beasley outside. And he dunks it down.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. So both teams changing it up here. Albuquerque calls timeout. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Albuquerque's head coach said to the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Ben Carroll the screen. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Beasley. Rebounded by Kamari. Right outside. Three-pointer. On target from range. Wright's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the three. Could be what saves the day for them.
Pass to Kamari. Here's Brewer. Launches a 3. He's off on that one. Here's Ben Carroll. Ben Carroll hammers it home.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Beasley. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That'll be a second foul of the game. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Here's Kamare. And it's good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Pass to Beasley. It's Beasley on the wing. Up top, Caro. Ayton with a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Money!
This is what makes Bancaro a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen rolls.
Pass to Wembanyama. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Here's Kamare. Missed it! Albuquerque calls timeout. Beasley for 3. Oh, it's off the mark. Here we go to overtime. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we've got more action. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Right with the ball.
I got yours, I got yours.
To take the lead. Sinks the tray.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Right outside. Outside for Wembanyama. They set the screen with the 10-footer. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Bancaro.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Wright. Pass to Brewer. Ayton with a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Beasley, that's good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
To the inside. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
You're sticking it to them inside. Good luck throwing Ayton off when he attacks like this. Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Pass to Beasley. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And just a special delivery for the defense.
Man, he just took the contact and still finished. Brewer can't hit.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Beasley, that one's good. And now a 9-point Albuquerque lead.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Pass to Beasley. That's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A minute 4 left to play in overtime. Outside Wembanyama. Three-pointer. And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Beasley for 3. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And here's Albuquerque now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on DeLon Wright.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
Here's Wemby. Yes!
Oh, ferocious on the attack. Once Wembanyama gets into the lane, the defense is done.
Pass to Aiden. It's deflected.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's Wright. Count it.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Wembanyama fires it from way outside. So Albuquerque wins it. They escape with the W. 2K Sports, we've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Here we go. Now right. Pass to Banchero. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Over Banchero. And Ayton pulls it down.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Coming on the floor for your home team, number 32, Julius Irving.
Driving to the basket. And the finish by Irving.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Outside Coulibaly. Ayton with a screen. Back to Coulibaly. Just 5 to shoot. No good with the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Right outside. Irving up top. Over to the wing. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Banchero. And it's Irving off the drive. And Irving powers it home.
Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there. Now here's Ayton. Launches it. And that's good. Irving for 3. Irving's got 5.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And the shot goes down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Now here's Wright. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Pass to Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Irving looking around. The 3 ball. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Good on the shot.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And that one's good. Irving.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Banchero drives. And here's Wright from the arc. On target from range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Irving. Give him 8. From behind the arc. And Aiden pulls it down. And here comes the break. And stolen by Banchero. Outside Irving. From deep three-point land. The long distance three is buried. Irving's got 11 points.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
6 on the shot clock. Back to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Yeah, with his bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
No coverage that time. Aiton's gotten his second bucket.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Here's Irving. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter.
The visiting team
Leading by 4. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Pass to Brewer. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Banchero. And they're on the run. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And stolen by Irving.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Pass to Aiden. Back to Irving. Banchero the screen. 6 to shoot. To the paint. And then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
And here's Wright from the arc. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
home team foul. Julius Irving. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Aiden with a screen. And it's Wright missing. Wright with the ball. 5 points in the game. Here's Banchero. Boom! Banchero!
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Outside Irving. Six on the shot clock. The three is up. Kept alive. The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Irving. Fires the three. Gets the three to fall. Irving's got 14.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
It's good.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Irving for three. Another miss by Irving. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Outside Irving. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Koulibaly. And stolen by Banchero. Irving, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Outside Koulibaly. Lets the three fly. And Aiden pulls it down.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Banchero. Jacks up a three. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Banchero. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half of this one.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Aiden with a screen. Here's Wright. Offline from the top of the key. Irving with it. Picked up by Koulibaly. Knocked loose. Here's Banchero. Pass to Irving. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. From downtown, it's rebounded by Banchero. 3 seconds left. Yep, that one goes. Aiton's got 7 points. And so that brings the first half to a close. Up 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And if you just join it in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Here's Chalmers. Shot is up. Now here's Koulibaly. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
It's hauled in by Reddish. From the top of the key, and that one's good. Chalmers.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Away team foul. Mario Chalmers. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Koulibaly. Pass to Mobo. De Silva with the rebound. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Reddish on the wing. Here's Chalmers. Reddish on the wing. Offensive rebound. Back to Koulibaly. An easy 2 on the layup.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Puts up a deep 3. Ellison grabs the board. Deflects the pass. In transition, here they come. Here's De Silva. Knocks it down from distance. De Silva's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for. Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
And so they foul intentionally.
First team foul.
Here's Brewer. A 3 off the inbound. Sends it home from three-point land. Brewer's got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Ellison. Here's Mobo. Got a piece of it. Outside Reddish. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Ellison grabs the board. And they're on the break. Here's Chalmers. This one for 3. That shot missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Chalmers. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
1:51 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And that one good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Brewer. 6 points for him. And there's a pick. Five to shoot. Puts up a 3. .119 left in the third quarter. Pass to Reddish. The 3. He can't get that one to fall. Out to the wing. Here's Mobo. Nails it from 3. Mobo's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Outside Reddish. Pass to Ellison. Outside Koulibaly. And there's the drive. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And that one's good. Chalmers.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's Chalmers missing. Here's De Silva. Outside Reddish. Three-pointer. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've reached the end of the third.
42.
Up 6.
The visiting team.
And we're coming back in 6. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Right outside. Outside Irving. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Irving. Let's go with a 3. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Aiden. From outside the arc. And it's Irving with a rebound. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Banchero. Going all the way to the rack. Fires for three. The shot comes out. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Outside Irving. From the arc. Pure from three-point range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. The visitors with the ball. 9-point game. Pass to Irving. Banchero the screen. Good chance here for Irving. Off target with the open look. Right on the left side. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Aiden with a screen. Here's Irving. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Old team foul. Corey Brewer. First personal foul. First team foul.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Wright, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
Wright outside. Outside Irving. Back to Wright. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
There's a screen. Clock at 6. Back to Aiden. And stolen by Irving. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside Irving. The three. That won't go. He's 5 for 12 now.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Back to Banchero. Shot clock at 5.
Yeah, with his bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Right outside. Banchero outside. Takes a three. Got a hand on it. Banchero driving hard.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes. Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Safe to say, the outcome is no longer in question.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
And that's That's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:03 left in the fourth. Back to Banchero. And stolen by Banchero.
Whatever opening he saw vanished quickly. Got to be more careful with those entry passes.
55 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Irving. Fires from deep. Fires in the triple.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
And Irving powers it home.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Banchero surveys. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Banchero no good. And here they come. Fires the three. Irving fires from way outside. Oh my goodness, it counts!
Did that really go in?
And so the home crowd treated to a win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a...
Have you with us? For NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Now here's Wright. Ooh, poked away. Left side, Irving. Banchero the screen. Irving looking around. Five to shoot. Gets the three to fall.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc?
Outside Irving. Puts up a deep three. And Aiden pulls it down. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Wright drives it. Ooh, Aiden with the block.
Yeah, Aiden has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
Back to Banchero. To the middle. Here's Brewer. Outside Irving. And it's blocked by Irving. And they get it back. And it's Wright missing.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And here they go on a free run to the bucket. And here's Wright from the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
Banchero the screen. Irving for three. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that three a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Irving. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the lay-in.
Those huge hands combined with that elite athleticism, Irving does the most damage inside the painted area because of it.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And Irving gets it to go.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc?
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. The shot's good. Irving's got five now.
Those huge hands combined with that elite athleticism, Irving does the most damage inside the painted area because of it.
Now here's Coulibaly. No points so far. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. Nifty move. Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Back to Banchero. Pass to Brewer. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that can go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
Ayton with a screen. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving. From the arc. Back to Irving. Over to the left wing. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Pass to Ayton. To the paint. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Irving. To the inside. Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Irving for 3. The shot that time not on target. The shot won't fall. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
He didn't have his feet planted. Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Right outside. Here's Brewer. Buries it from 3. Brewer's got 7 points in the game.
And Brewer has no shame or shyness when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc. And he gets the shot off quickly from there, too.
And it's in there.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
And here's Wright. The 3 from Ayton. And Ayton pulls it down. Banchero right side. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Irving. It's stolen by Irving. Banchero outside. Ayton with a screen. Tries it from the top of the key. Wright with a steal. Irving for 3. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Down low. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Yeah, outstanding awareness that time from Irving. A dime to the open man for the bucket.
Outside Irving. Ayton with a screen. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. Inside. Lets it go. The shot no good. Ayton with the defensive effort. Outside Irving. That's tipped. It's right on the wing. To win the cold spell. The kick out to Banchero. Banchero driving hard. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
And here's Wright from the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Outside for Irving. Pass to Ayton. Ayton with a screen. Here's Brewer. This one for 3. Outside for Irving. 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
So he gets them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Knocked loose. Banchero outside. He goes up. It's deflected.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on. Improving his ability to knock away shots.
Pass to Coulibaly. Ayton with a screen. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Coulibaly. Coulibaly's got 5 points.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Outside for Irving. The 3 connects from downtown. 10 points for him.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Ayton. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Got it off in time. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Leading by 7. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's Chalmers. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Excellent finish from Chalmers that time. I love when he goes up strong like this.
Pass to Brewer. And the jumper falls for him.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Outside Coulibaly. Back to Reddish. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Chalmers. Step back shot, and he hits the jumper. Chalmers has got his first basket.
Love the energy on his drive. The defense didn't expect that coming from him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Koulibaly up top. Pass to Mobo. Outside Reddish. Oh, return to sender. Here's Chalmers. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. From outside, off the mark. Outside Reddish. Pass to Mobo. Poked loose. Shot clock at 6. In transition, here they come. Here's Brewer. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And not often you see him take that shot. Ellison's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Chalmers. Outside Koulibaly. Launches it. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Brewer. The offensive rebound. Pass to Ellison. Here's De Silva. 5 on the clock. Chalmers gets the 3 ball to go. Chalmers has got 5 points.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Here's Reddish. Long target from range. Reddish has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Right on the right side. And he jams it home with authority.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Pass to Ellison. Here's De Silva. And there's a pick. Just 5 to shoot. No good with the triple.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And that's an intentional foul. So both teams changing it up here. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third quarter of basketball.
So many different ways he can attack you. He can pull up from the mid-range like he does here. The doctor is in the house, folks.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
It's his first trip to the line.
Man, I love the confidence Brewer has. An aggressive scorer and really a terrific teammate. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Out left to the wing. Now right. He's got 5. The layup off target.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Here's Irving. There's the drive. And they'll get another chance. Banchero surveys. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
And here's Wright from the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Wright's got 8. 20 seconds left in the third. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
No stopping Doc on this drive. Strong penetration driving right through the contact for the bucket.
Wright with the ball. On the wing, Irving. He gets it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And coming up is... And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Brewer. Right outside. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton with a screen. And that one's good. Irving for 3.
He is on some kind of roll. Julius Irving making it pop.
Pass to Irving. Back to Wright. Up top, Bancaro. And here's Ayton. Shoots over Ayton. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Now here's Wright. Outside Irving. Pass to Brewer. Bancaro the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Ayton. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Away team ball.
Right outside. To the left side wing. The 3 from Bancaro. From distance, Paolo.
And Bancaro has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Pass to Brewer. Back to Wright. Bancaro outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Bancaro. Outside Irving. Bancaro the screen. And here is Irving. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Bancaro no good.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Irving with it. Now Wright defending. And they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Irving. The 3 from Ayton. Sinks the tray. Ayton's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, for a center, Ayton's got a nice jumper. It's a big reason why he went first overall in the draft.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Irving. He's off on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Ayton with a screen. Here's Brewer. Pass to Irving. Bancaro the screen. 6 to shoot. And here's Ayton. Wright with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. And it's all from 3-point range. Here we go. Irving for three. Knocks down the triple. Irving's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Pass to Aiden. Here's Brewer. For three. Offensive board. Outside Irving. Oh, Ayton with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Shot clock at 5. The fader.
Right, always working hard at the defensive end, doing a nice job with the solid contest there.
Ayton with a screen. Irving for three. No good there. Outside Irving. From deep three-point land. Here's Wright. Driving in. And it's in.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Pass to Ben Carroll. They set the screen. Here's Brewer to take the lead. No! Bangs home the three! And Chris Finch calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Outside Irving. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, their only hope is for somebody to hit a three-pointer and get fouled for an and one. I'd be surprised if there's a defender anywhere in the vicinity of a three-point attempt.
Here's Chalmers. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. I'm sure they would have preferred a